Okay, guys, page 2. Draw and identify the 2D cross section of a vertical slice. Vertical is going straight down. Now, you have to look at this is tilted a little bit, and if you're not sure, you can ask me. But these are always standing straight up and down. So, I mean, for example, there's like the can lean. There's a can straight up and down. This is straight up and down. So if I cut this right down through the edge, it's going to cut it straight down here, and it's going to make that shape. That's a rectangle. Anytime you take a vertical cross section of a cylinder or prism, you're going to get a rectangle. Okay, if you cut through all the faces of a square-based pyramid, a square-based pyramid has a square as a base, and then it goes up like that. Well, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 faces, and if you cut through all 5 of them, that makes a 5-sided shape, and a 5-sided shape is called a pentagon. Okay, find the area of this shaded region. Well, the shaded region I would describe as everything in the circle except for these 2 triangles. So if I find the circle, to find the circle, it's pi r squared. So pi times, and the radius is 4 from there to there, 4 squared. Okay, and then the triangles are base times height divided by 2. So this is 4.4 divided by 2. And then really, I've got to take away 2 of these. So I'm just going to go straight to my calculator right here, and I'll go pi times 4 squared minus 2 times 4 all over 2, right? Because I'm just doing 2 of these. This minus 2 of those. So that minus 2 of these. That's what I'm typing in my calculator, and I get 34.265, and I'll just round it to 34.3, and these doesn't give me units, so all those square units, since it doesn't give me. Okay, this next thing, this is a box, and if I do the box, that's just 6 times 6 times 6. That's the volume of the box, minus the cone in the middle. Well, a cone is just 1/3 times the area of the base, and the base is a circle, so pi times the radius. The radius is not 4, it's half of that. 4 is the whole way across, so the radius is 2, so pi times 2 squared times the height of that cone, which is the same as the height of the cube, which is 6. So I'm typing that in my calculator. 6 times 6 times 6 minus pi times 2 squared times 6, right? Oh. Minus 1/3. 1/3 times. I need to get my pi up there. Second insert, pi, 1/3 pi. There we go. And I get 190.9. 190.9, and this is going to be in cubic centimeters since it's a volume. Okay, cool. Now let's look at this. Describe the solid formed by rotating the region around the y. If I rotate around the y, it's going to make a circle there and a circle there. Well, that's a cylinder. That's a cylinder. The radius is 1, 2, 3, and the height is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The volume of the solid. Well, the volume of that is going to be the area of the base, which is pi, times the radius, which is 3 squared. So there's the area of the base, because the base is a circle, times the height, and the height is 5. Okay, so pi times 3 squared times 5. Pi times 3 squared times 5 gives me 45 pi, or 141.4, and there's no units. Now it says, what's the volume generated if I rotate this around the x-axis? Well, if I rotate this around the x-axis, the cylinder is going to be like this. So it's going to be another cylinder, but its radius is now 5, and its height is 3. So all I got to do here is switch the height and the radius. So pi times 5 squared times 3. So pi times 5 squared times 3 gives me 75 pi, or 235.6. Either one of those is good. Okay. The population of Ohio is, this is okay. So I'm thinking ahead. I just glanced at the problem and I see Ohio, Indiana. Population of Ohio is this many, and the area is this many, and this asks me what state has the higher density. So density, remember, is the amount of peoples here. So 11,799,488 for Ohio over 44,825. If I type that in my calculator, 11,799,488 divided by 44,825, I get 263.2. That's going to be people per square mile. And Indiana, it says, has a population of 6,785,528. And the population is 36,418 square miles. So 6785528 divided by 36418, and I get 186.3. What state has a higher population density? Ohio has a higher population density because it's got a bigger number. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Strawberry Reservoir has a surface area of this many square miles. How many fish would you have to stock in the lake for the fish population to be density to be? So this gives me the density. So 350 fish per square mile. So that's fish over square mile. And to get the density, I take the number of things. So that's X, because I want to figure out number of fish, times this 26.817. Right? Density equals the number of things over the space. Well, to do this, I just need to multiply by 26.817 on each side. So I'm going to multiply that on both sides. So I get 350 times 26.817, and I get 9,385.95 fish, but I can't do a partial fish, so 9,386 fish. That will give me that density. Okay? A triangle has a height of 3 centimeters shorter than twice the base. Say what? Okay, I got a triangle, and its height, that's there. It says it's 3 centimeters shorter than twice the base. So twice the base is 2 times the base, and 3 inches shorter than that is -3. And there's the base. Okay, write an equation for the area as a function of the base. So that just means I want an area, but the only variable I want input is, the base. Well, the area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height, and the height is 2 times base -3. Cool. Now my domain for that, all of my variables here need to be positive since they're all representing real things. So it's got to be bigger than 0. But see, if I put 0 in here, 2 times 0 -3, that is going to make this a negative number. So I would set this equal to 0, and I would find 3/2, and so my base has got to be bigger than 3/2. There's my domain. Okay, that's it. On to page 3.